welcome to this fourth ERA talk on the European Union Contest for Young Scientists, better known as EUCYS. It is part of ERA Action 14, Bring Science Closer to Citizens. Today, I am delighted to introduce you to two former contestants, but first I will give you a brief introduction on what EUCYS is all about. A new method for solving the Bernoulli quadrisection problem might sound like the title of a PhD thesis, but it is actually an exciting student project from EUCYS last year. So, what is EUCYS? EUCYS is the most important student science fair in the European Union for 14 to 20-year-olds. It is financed by the Commission and hosted annually in a different European country. For 34 years, the best students have showcased their projects in all scientific areas, such as physics, social sciences, medicine, and chemistry, in front of an international jury. Students win monetary prizes and some super donated prizes, such as visits and short internships to research organisations around Europe. Interacting with other bright young scientists on the European stage for the first time, EUCYS creates long-term opportunities and gives confidence to our scientists of tomorrow. I'm delighted to introduce you to two young scientists from Dublin who won EUCYS last year, Aditya Joshi and Aditya Kumar. And I'd like to ask them both some questions. Starting with you, Adi, how do you feel participating in EUCYS benefited you?
Well, I'd have to say it'd be all the friends and connections that I made at the event, getting to talk to people from all over the world and Europe, even like people from the States and Canada. I think that was so much fun. And getting to talk to them about their projects as well, in depth, like all of these topics in STEM, and then that sparked a flame of interest for me in areas that I never would have imagined, like social sciences and biology, because I'm very much focused on maths and computer science.
Fantastic. What about you, AJ?
Refreshing because you're working on your own project for months, sometimes even years, and it gets really repetitive doing the same thing day in, day out. I mean, it's really interesting because obviously you've done it for months at this point, but it's when you go into a competition, you're able to see different people doing different projects and different things, but they're all up to like the same caliber of work, and it's really interesting to see what everyone else is interested in.
And staying with you, AJ, what drew you to research to solve a problem?
The project idea that Addy and I went with actually has a really, really long history. It started with me. So my brother did a maths project a long time back, I think 2018, and then I got the interest for maths kind of from him. I did another maths project in 2020. It didn't turn out too well in the national competition, but I tried it again in 2022 with Aditya Kumar here, and well, it worked out really well for us, and that's kind of where it all started.
Done. And what about you?
Well, we both had an interest in maths and computer science, so when he showed me the problem and everything, I was quite interested, and we both thought we could work with it.
What advice would you give to someone who wants to participate in EUCYS?
Well, I'd have to say, once you get to EUCYS, you might think that the judging would be very strict and harsh, but I'd have to say that the judging is very open. It's more like a friendly conversation with the judges. It's a very nice way of judging. So the more passionate and positive you are about your talk and everything, the better impression you leave on the judge.
That's very wise.
Yeah.
And what about you, AJ?
Honestly, I think the one big point of advice that I would give is, you know what you've done. You've obviously been at it for months. You know how much work you've done. Just try to talk to people about it, whether it be the judges, students, whoever else is there. Because even if you don't win anything, you'll get all the knowledge everyone else has as a prize.
Yeah, that's very interesting. Thank you. And thank you both so much for visiting us today in Brussels. In 2023, EUCYS will take place in September in Brussels, and in 2024 we will be in Katowice in southern Poland. You can find the links below to follow these events more closely. Thank you. Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers.